Hi guys, I'm Christina. To my left is Dustin and Walker. And on my right is Jansen and our special guest, Chris. And welcome back to Fuck Your Opinion.
All right, guys. So today we got a special guest on today. This is Chris. You know, we've coached together. He's been a coach of mine in basketball. And we go way back, almost, what, four years now? Three?
No, four.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
4 years.
It's a long time when you're only 20 years old.
That's true.
That's a big portion of my fucking life.
That's a whole chunk of school.
That is, man. That's great. So yeah, he's gonna be helping us out today, and we're looking forward to getting shit going. Yeah.
So guys, the NBA this year has made changes to their All-Star game format. This year will mark the first time the team will be selected by a team captain instead of being divided by conference. So Jansen, who are your All-Stars this year, and what do you think of this new format?
Okay, so I'm gonna start out by saying who I think deserves to be All-Stars this year. Now, keep in mind, this isn't who I think are going to be the All-Stars. It's just me saying who should be the All-Stars. Because when you have the way to vote is 25% coaches, 25% player, and 50% fans. And fans fuck shit up. We shouldn't have a say, actually. But anyways, this is who I believe the All-Stars will be. East, of course, the captain will be LeBron James. Possibly Giannis, but I think it will be LeBron James. The East All-Stars will be Kyrie, Wall, Giannis, Oladipo, Kristaps, DeRozan, Lowry, Love, Whiteside, Simmons, and Embiid. That last one really hurt to say. God, I fucking hate him. In the West, the West captain will be Kevin Durant, Curry, Westbrook. Hopefully, I'm praying to God Durant picks Westbrook. That'd be awesome to see them. Just to see him pick him would be so much fun. Cousins, Davis, Griffin, Paul, Cat, LaMarcus, George, and Butler. Now, like I said, that's who I think is going to be the All-Stars. But I want to get into my issues with this new process. I do like it's something different. It's going to be fun seeing that we're going to have 2 captains picking the teams this year. However, there's still an issue with the fact that it's 12 players from each conference. Just real quickly, and this is just like me looking at it real quick. I know for the West, some players who I would say are better than some East All-Stars. Damian Lillard, who gets snubbed every single fucking year. DeAndre Jordan, who has been an All-Star, who probably won't be one this year. Devin Booker, a young kid who has a chance to be an All-Star, but I don't think he'll make the cut. But he's been balling out this year. He would be the only person in the top 10 that's not on my list. Top 10 in scoring to not be an All-Star. Devin Booker. He's the only person in the top 10 who wouldn't be an All-Star.
He should be there.
Yeah, he should be there.
But he probably won't be.
And then CJ McConnell. There's another guy with Dame Lillard who's always doing his thing. And McConnell's actually playing better than Lillard this year, like by the numbers and stuff. People would still say Lillard's a better player.
You think only one of the 2 are going to get in?
Yeah, if any of them, but I think they could both get snubbed again. And then perhaps in the East, there's Beal could get left out, but whatever. But my point being that there's better players in the West than there is in the East. We all know this. Some All-Stars from the East went over to the West this season. Melo, George, and Butler. Thank you. So by doing that, there's even more of an unbalance of power in the NBA. So it should just be 24 players overall and not 12 and 12. I do like this whole picking captains thing. It should make things a lot more interesting, but it shouldn't work out there. It should be the best 24 players in the All-Star game.
It would never be that lopsided, I don't think. Like, it would never be like 16 people from the West and the rest from the East.
Yeah, I agree. But I'm just saying, I just think, like I said, in my eyes, it says 12 and 12. It's probably more like 14-10.
Yeah.
14-10. Nothing crazy, but there's just better players in the West.
So Monday, Alabama just won.
She's new, so just
Forgive her.
I'll go next.
Women, clitorises, right?
So
it's ridiculous.
He always says the All-Star game's never right, no matter how they do the format, and I don't think they're ever going to get the right 24 players. Before I get into that, I'll go through my All-Stars.
Okay.
In the East, I'll do the 5 starters first. So I have Kyrie and DeMar as the guards, Kristaps, Giannis, and LeBron as the 3-4-way. Those are my starters. I'm assuming, and Jansen, you said that no matter where you go, you'll be the starter no matter what.
Yeah.
So if you're in the top 10, no matter what team you're going to.
Yeah, the starters are still decided the same way they've always been.
Yeah.
But so the starters would get picked first by the captains, and then the bench players would get picked. Because the bench players, of course, by the coaches in the NBA.
Okay,
but yes,
so I'll keep that.
Yes.
And then my reserves or bench players, I have John Wall, Bradley Beal, Joel Embiid, Al Horford, Ben Simmons, and Victor Oladipo. And I had my first snub as Hassan Whiteside because I went and looked at his voting. It's kind of low. Surprising. I got snubbed last year.
You got snubbed last year too.
Now, does it matter that he missed most of the season so far?
Well, I think that's the big reason why his voting
it will
is
take
low.
into it, but he's played well.
They're the 4th seed in the East right now.
Yeah.
In Miami, they're high.
Yeah.
So I'm still gonna count him as a snub. I feel like other players are hurt and they'll make it too. Moving on to the West, I have James Harden, Steph Curry as the 2 guards in the starting 5. Then I have Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant, and DeMarcus Cousins. And I think if you go and look at the voting again, I know it's only 50%, but they have Karl Anthony Towns as the start. What would be the starter if it was just off the players or the fans, which is wrong. So I think DeMarcus is playing better ball, more well-rounded numbers.
We just hope that the players and that
will
be able to fix
step up
all
and make it right.
mistakes.
And
of the
he's
fans.
a better defender. I mean, Karl Anthony Towns has always been a little bit of a liability. He can protect the rim a little bit, but like individual defense, on-ball defense isn't as great. And then my stubs in the go to the bench first. I have Westbrook, Thompson, Karl Anthony Towns, like I said, Aldridge, Lillard, and George. So this, like Jansen said, the snubs in the West the list could go on forever. So I have one person I think is going to be a snub just because they won't get enough recognition. Is going to be Clint Capella. He's having a great season. He's going to sign a big contract next year. I think he's having like 18 and 11, and I think he still has the highest shooting percentage in the league.
Well, in that case, in the NBA today, that's worth around 200 to 300 million per season, I think now.
For real. And then, like I said before, you said CJ.
Yep.
I don't know if you had Draymond on your list. You didn't?
I didn't, but he's another one. Like off a name, him and Melo off a name should be there number wise.
Well, his stats just they don't show up like he's
but
one
one
of
of the best
stats.
players
And then I also had Devin Booker. He can score better than anybody. He's like the next Kobe, people think. As far as the format goes, I don't completely hate it. One thing I do like about it is obviously it's a change, and I think it supports like the new trend in the NBA of like player mobility. I know you guys might have saw Giannis already came out and said if he would be the captain, his first pick would be LeBron James because it's free agency's coming up. And like,
smart.
I like it. I mean, it's different. I know you gotta do something to change it. I think the All-Star game gets boring sometimes. So I mean, at least they're trying to make a change. I respect Adam Silver for that.
I pretty much agreed with Jansen and Shondi with their selections and their thoughts. The only thing that I would like to see change from the All-Star game is make it like the MLB All-Star game, which that still determines home field. And that I wish I don't know how, but something to make it, because you can pick your captains and pick your players, or recruit players to the teams, but if the game doesn't matter, you're going to have the same outcome every year. If Russ and KD play together, or Giannis and LeBron, you're going to have the same outcome. It's going to be 180 to 170. It's a great game if you like to watch NBA offense, but it's going to be the same thing every year. But picking captains is kind of cool, because it would be kind of cool to see Giannis, LeBron, and Russell all on the same team. Is it going to happen? It's a possibility this year, finally, for once. But with my teams, I don't really have like the starters, just because you don't know what's going to happen. But the couple new guys that I have on here that these guys I don't think said, I have Aaron Gordon, and I don't know if you guys said Oladipo.
I said Oladipo.
I have Aaron Gordon in there and Kemba Walker. I don't know if anybody said those. I put those guys in there just because they're they're playoff team, or the Magic aren't, but the Hornets are a playoff team, and I think Kemba should get in there. I think he's just as good as Lowry. Which did you guys all say he should be in there? Kyle Lowry.
Yeah, I didn't mention Kyle Lowry.
Well, I mentioned Kyle Lowry because I know he's going to be.
Yeah,
but
he's I
don't like Kyle Lowry.
Yeah, I think that was
Kemba made his first year last year.
He puts up numbers,
but he's another person. That's not the first guard you think of.
No.
It's like it's Kyrie, Isaiah Thomas. If he was healthy, he would be there, but he's not.
Yeah. He's another quality player, but he's definitely a player. I would say that there's a player in the West that should replace him. You know what I mean?
In the West, I have pretty much three. I have Towns and Jimmy Butler in there, and I have Dame getting in this year because I don't see how you can snub this man every year.
Right. Eventually, he's got to get in.
But I pretty much have the same lineups, or the same teams from the East: LeBron, Kyrie, Giannis, Oladipo, Porzingis, Embiid, DeMar, Lowry, Kemba, Aaron Gordon, Wall, and Beal. And then the West, I have KD, Steph, Paul George, Westbrook, Harden, CP3, Towns, Butler, DeAndre Jordan, Davis, Cousins, and I have Lillard. But I think we're going to have the same outcome every year until they change it. But, I mean...
Make it worth something.
I feel like it'll never be right either. There's always going to be people who said someone should have made it over somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, as far as now. But I think we said it interesting. It would be cool if they could make it like the MLB where you get something out of it. Or even it's like a bonus. If the East wins, each player gets another couple million. Like, I don't know. Like, fuck it. You get $1 million, I'm fucking Oprah over here. I don't give a shit. But, like, I think that'd make it interesting, too.
Like, I know, like, if it's always the higher seed has home court advantage, but maybe instead of... Obviously, if you're from the West and you have the lower seed, don't give them home court. But maybe they could choose the format of 2-3-2 or 2-2 or the old school format.
Yeah,
maybe something like that. Something intriguing. Like obviously, not give the lower seed because obviously the team with the higher seed should get the home court, but maybe switch it up where you got to play for something.
Make it worth something.
Nothing's going to change, but. I'm pretty excited for it to happen regardless.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I basically have the same thought with these guys. I like the idea. It changes the whole East versus West concept that everyone watches. Obviously, the West has more star power than the East does, with LeBron pretty much the only superstar at the time right now. Giannis is up and coming.
He's on his way.
But
the
West has most of the superstars that are in the league right now. But I like the idea. It spices the things up. But like Chris said, these should develop. They should decide home field like the MLB. And I'm almost positive the NFL doesn't do that because the Pro Bowl is after that. It does. Who gets home field? They choose that, right? NFL.
For the Super Bowl?
Who picks the coin toss, you're saying?
No, for the Super Bowl. They pick that, right? It's like 2K, you get to decide where the All-Star game is. NFL for Super Bowl.
Oh, where it is going into the season. Like, we knew it was going to be in Minnesota. And so,
I do like how MLB does it, where you get to decide whoever wins gets the home field. Because then, like Chris said, it's not 180 to 170. There's actually defense played because that is another part.
I think you get a better product. I think. I mean, the offense is going to come. You have 24 of the best players, but I think if you add that little bit flavor to it, I think you're going to have an overall better game.
Last year, Steph Curry, it was Giannis and Steph Curry. Steph Curry was the only one back, and he just laid down inside the paint.
Which don't get me wrong, it was funny. And I'm a Steph Curry critic, so that was funny. I didn't hate it though, but
still,
come on, like why are we doing that? I'm not saying you got jump and get dunked on, but just to stay in front of them. You take a charge. That's my charge taking the All-Star game.
I don't think the All-Star MVP even gets anything. Like the Super Bowl MVP gets a truck or a car. I don't think I don't think they get.
I know the regular season MVP gets a car, a Kia.
For the NBA.
For the NBA.
Well, yeah, but I don't think there's anything.
All you get is that.
I think you just get that little trophy. Yeah.
But,
that's not worth it.
So moving on to my All-Stars. In the East, I have LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, Giannis. I have Joel and Ben Simmons. I have Oladipo, Porzingis, Whiteside, John Wall, Kemba Walker, Kevin Love, and DeRozan. In the West, I have Curry, Durant, Westbrook, Aldridge, Booker, Anthony Davis, and Cousins, both on the same team. Paul George, Harden. Possibly, I don't know if he'll be healthy enough to play in the All-Star. His hamstring might.
He should be okay.
Mess it up.
But
I have Chris Paul, DeAndre Jordan. I know Jan wasn't sure if DeAndre would make it this year.
I hope he does.
And I do have Cat. I think what Cat's doing with Minnesota right now, they're the 4th seed right now in the West.
Quietly.
So a lot to do with Butler.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Still, Cat is a big presence in
Jamal
the West, so I think Cat's
Mr. Six-Man, Mr. 4-point play, Mr. Benjamin Button. There's a lot of misters. He's pretty good. He looks young as fuck. He looks 20 years younger than all of us. Jamal, he's like Nas, dude, because Nas has not aged since the 90s. And it's literally he hasn't either. And they're both classic and they're both
Lonzo
really good.
Said it. No one listens to Nas anymore.
Lonzo's a fucking idiot.
Lonzo's since we're on that topic, Simmons is probably going to get in.
Yeah.
Most likely. You guys agree?
Yeah.
The votes right now shows Lonzo's in. Do you think that will stick and he will get in? The two rookies will get in.
Well, that's what I hate about it.
How high is his vote? If it's
he's
Lonzo is decently high.
6 person.
Yeah. No, he's a legit.
If it's hard when you're that high in voting to not put him in. You know what I mean?
But I don't. That's what I'm saying. Like as a fan, like when I vote with my like. I'm not a Kevin Durant fan. I'm not a Steph Curry fan. I always vote for them for the West All-Stars. Like I vote who are the
thing is, you almost don't have to though. Like there's enough votes. There's enough votes there.
But hey, that's saying anything with like the election though. Like you don't have to go and vote, and then look what happens.
Everybody in Lithuania is voting for Lonzo. He's got
Zaza. Zaza was almost an All-Star last year. He's one of the worst players in the league. It's fucking ridiculous.
But the thing is, what Lonzo's doing, he's a rookie, and like if he was healthy and played more minutes than he should be playing. He's a rookie, almost averaging a triple-double. I feel like he should be in there.
If he obviously split like the first half of the season into halves. If he played the whole first half of the season, like the second half, probably would be an All-Star. Definitely in the East.
Yeah.
Definitely in the East.
But you think in the West, it's just too hard to get in.
It's not. I'm not saying he's a bad player. Yeah. He's still. I still think he's going to win a Rookie of the Year eventually.
You do?
But what I said, not he should. But again, the story.
If anything, they should go Simmons, Lonzo co-MVPs. Mm-hmm. If the stats are pretty similar.
What about Jason Tatum though?
Jason Tatum is who should win. Is who should win the Rookie of the Year.
Yeah,
didn't have the hype as the Ben and Lonzo.
Wouldn't it be odd though for Ben Simmons to get in the All-Star game and Lonzo not get in the All-Star game, and then Lonzo win the
If Simmons takes his team to the playoffs, Simmons should get Rookie of the Year, no matter what Jason Tatum's doing. Yeah. He's playing on a good team. Yeah. Philly's not as a good team.
We used to always talk. We'll always say that Simmons it's kind of unfair because I know he's still in the running, but I take him out of my running because being a second-year rookie, I think you get that much more of an advantage
because he's
training with stars and
ran
stuff
with
like
NBA players.
Yeah,
all that.
But first year in the NBA is first year in the NBA.
Yeah, but still, like he's getting a year training with the best coach in the world, while other people are in high school in college having to go to classes,
living in a dorm.
Yeah, living in a dorm, making ramen noodles in their room at 2:00 in the morning, or texting their friends, convincing them all to go to Denny's. Shit face.
Is that you?
Plug.